Howdy! Your like and subscription to this video are essential for us. Please consider it. In an unmistakable display of disillusionment, Jerry Jones symbolically distanced himself from the Dallas Cowboys. His demeanor vividly conveyed a sense of having endured more than enough from every member of the Cowboys lineup amid their crushing 48-32 defeat at the hands of the Green Bay Packers. Dreams of the franchise's first Super Bowl title in 28 years vanished into thin air at a TNT stadium on Sunday when the Green Bay Packers soundly defeated Dallas in a remarkable NFC wildcard playoff game. Despite being the 7-point favorites in their home wildcard playoff against the number 7 seeded Packers, the Cowboys faced an early exit. This outcome was due to a decisive defeat in a match where the final score didn't truly reflect the one-sided nature of the game. During the match, FOX's cameras frequently zoomed in on Jones's executive suite, where the 81-year-old appeared eager for the offseason to commence, seizing the opportunity for significant alterations at the earliest. In a captured footage, Jones was seen abruptly turning to converse heatedly with his nearby companions just as the Packers secured a touchdown. As the Packers' score continued to climb, so too did Jones' frustration seem to intensify. During the game, there were moments when it seemed Jones might dismiss McCarthy right then and there. A common occurrence in NFL broadcasts, Jones was frequently captured on camera in the Cowboys' owner's box, visibly upset by the unfolding events. After Sunday's defeat, the Cowboys have consistently missed advancing to the NFC Championship game each year since 1995. For Mike McCarthy, premature and disheartening exits from the postseason have increasingly become something of a norm. Although the Cowboys have secured 12 victories in each of the last 3 regular seasons, Dallas has achieved only 2 playoff wins since 2016 and hasn't made it to the NFC Championship game in the last 29 seasons. Jerry Jones shared some of his thoughts right after the game at a TNT stadium, expressing his shock and dismay. "I'm floored," Jones exclaimed. "This seems like the most painful. This is beyond my comprehension." Since taking the helm in the Cowboys front office, Jones has witnessed 3 Super Bowl victories, yet he hasn't steered the world's most valuable sports franchise back to that zenith in nearly 3 decades. The expectation had been different, yet in their initial playoff bout with the Packers, the Cowboys encountered a complete debacle. The misalignment between Prescott and Lamb emerged as one of the more peculiar subplots, encapsulating the team's disastrous performance that day. Lamb's performance ultimately showed impressive stats, securing 9 receptions for a total of 110 yards. However, the majority of these accomplishments occurred during a period when the Cowboys were significantly trailing and operating in a mode of desperation. In the opening half, Lamb's contribution was limited to a single reception, which he made shortly before the 2-minute warning of the second quarter. Lamb was targeted a total of 18 times throughout the game. In the first half, he received 5 of these targets, but managed to complete just 1 catch. The lack of coordination between him and Prescott was evident, and their mutual frustration became apparent. One notable instance was a pass that Lamb clearly dropped, the ball striking his hands. Additionally, there was a moment where Prescott overthrew the ball to him. Lamb was also the intended receiver when Packers safety Darnell Savage intercepted a pass from Prescott and sprinted for a touchdown. This play extended the score to 27-0 towards the end of the second quarter. A few missteps, acknowledged Lamb. Ordinary occurrences. Usually, those are passes we complete. I recognize that I could have performed better, and I'm sure he would agree. We're not blaming each other. We both could have executed more effectively. Observing the pair's struggle to synchronize during Sunday's game was quite unusual. At a certain moment in the broadcast, commentator Kevin Burkhardt remarked, "There's an odd tension between Prescott and CeeDee Lamb." Lamb was questioned on whether this overwhelming defeat felt distinct from previous playoff setbacks the Cowboys have experienced. "It still feels the same. We lost," he stated. When asked to encapsulate his feelings, Lamb responded, "Awful. Clearly, I hoped we'd be competing next week. But, sadly, that's not our reality." Regarding his sluggish performance in the first half and his late initial catch, Lamb simply remarked, "It was challenging, really tough." Prescott was forthright about his showing in the loss. Though his final statistics appear impressive, 403 passing yards and 3 touchdowns, these were achieved over 60 pass attempts, as the Cowboys were behind throughout the game. This tally doesn't account for the 2 critical interceptions he tossed in the first half, one leading directly to a touchdown and the other resulting in a touchdown after being intercepted at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. "I was terrible tonight," Prescott admitted post-game. In a post-game interview, Prescott voiced strong support for his head coach, McCarthy, saying, "He's been amazing. I can't grasp why his future is in question, though I do understand the business aspect." He then turned the focus to himself, acknowledging, "Honestly, if that's the case, questions should be raised about me too. Winning the Super Bowl is the league's, and certainly this organization's, standard. I'm fully aware of that, so include me in that scrutiny." Reflecting on his performance, Prescott admitted, "I didn't play well tonight, marking my first multi-interception game at home this season. I improved a bit later in the game, but by then it was insignificant. The bottom line is about winning, not just in the playoffs but also securing victory in the final game. It's a tough reality. When an owner's lofty aspirations go unfulfilled, it's typically the coach who bears the brunt. Given the availability of prominent figures like Bill Belichick, Jim Harbaugh, and Mike Vrabel, Jones is well placed to replace McCarthy with another established talent. Should Jones and the Cowboys decide to end McCarthy's tenure following another early departure, Dallas might consider approaching the most accomplished head coach in NFL history to help them reach new heights. Following the separation between Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots on January 11, bringing on the 71-year-old Belichick would undoubtedly be a major move for Jones and the Cowboys. As per Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk, the prospect of Belichick joining the Cowboys is a tangible possibility. For Belichick, the opportunity to coach a team brimming with star players such as quarterback Dak Prescott, wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, and a talent-rich defense featuring all-pro edge rusher Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, all-pro cornerback Darren Bland, and others might be an attractive proposition. Belichick, renowned for securing 6 Super Bowl titles with the Patriots, has a record of just 85-102 in matches not featuring Tom Brady. However, if the Cowboys decide to let McCarthy go, there isn't a more distinguished head coaching option on the market than Belichick. Considering the rapport between Jones and Belichick, this scenario is one to keep an eye on. We value your feedback. Please subscribe and leave your opinion in the comments. Thank you for watching.